Chemical properties of alkali. Okay, there are three types of chemical equation that alkali undergo. A. Reaction of alkali with ammonium salt and heated. B. Reaction of alkali with metal ion. C. Reaction of alkali with acid. Okay, first one, reaction of alkali with ammonium salt. Okay, after we mix the mixture, then we heat so that the solution will produce ammonia gas. Okay, this one is the general chemical equation. NH4X plus MOH will produce MX plus NH3 plus H2O, which NH4X is ammonium salt, MOH is alkali, MX is the salt, NH3 is ammonia gas, H2O is the water. Okay, the observation, we can see colorless bubble gas released with pungent smell. Okay, this gas, ammonia gas, is colorless gas, but it has a pungent smell. Okay, how can determine the product? Okay, this one, NH4, it will break here, NH4 to become NH4 plus. Okay, NH4 plus. Plus X negative. Okay, plus. Okay, alkali will break here, M. As we learned before, it is from the metal ion. M plus. Okay, it depends. It can be M plus or M2 plus or M3 plus, depend on the type of metal that being used. Okay, plus OH negative. Okay, so it produces salt and ammonia gas. Okay, the salt is combination of M plus X. Okay, so it produces salt. Okay, while NH4 plus and OH negative, it will produce ammonia gas and water molecule. Okay, let us try equation number 1. Ammonium sulfate. So ammonium sulfate, the formula is NH4 bracket 2 SO4 plus potassium hydroxide KOH. Okay, so we know that K will combine with sulfate ion. K plus will combine with sulfate ion to produce the salt. So the formula is K2 SO4. K plus ammonia gas NH plus water H2O. Okay, now we check whether the chemical equation is balanced or not. Okay, NH4. Okay, so nitrogen has 2, this one 1. Okay, so we put here 2. Nitrogen 2. Okay, and then hydrogen 4, 8, 9. Okay, 3, 5. Okay, it's okay. We look it later. Okay, K2. Okay, so here must put 2. Okay, check whether it balanced or not. Okay, here is 2. It is balanced, right? Okay, 2, 8, 10, 2. This one 6. Okay, 10. Sulfur 1 here. Oxygen 4 plus 2 6. 4 plus 2 6. Okay, so it's balanced. Okay, now we can do the ionic equation. Okay, so this one will break down to NH4 plus. Okay, 2 here, so we put 2 in front. Okay, plus SO4, 2 negative, plus 2K plus 2OH negative. Okay, it will produce 2K plus SO4 2 negative. Okay, for the ammonium and water, we just write down as usual. Okay, copy back, because this is ammonia gas is molecule, water also molecule, so we doesn't need to break it into ionic form. Okay, so as you can see, sulfate and potassium ion exists in both sides. Okay, this one we call spectator's ion. Okay, so we can cancel out this spectator's ion. Okay, so the balance that left is the overall ionic equation. So we have 2NH4 plus plus 2OH negative. Okay, produce 2NH3 plus 2H2O. Okay, so this is the overall ionic equation. So we have the chemical equation and then overall ionic equation. Okay, reaction number 2, reaction of alkali with metal ion. Okay, most metal hydroxide are insoluble in water. The reaction of metal ions with the hydroxide ion produce precipitation of insoluble metal hydroxide. Okay, this one is the general chemical equation. Okay, Mx, okay, plus NOH. Supposed to be this one is the metal ion. Okay, but I'm substitute with N so that you will not confuse. Okay, it produce metal hydroxide plus NX. Okay, so this one how it break down. Okay, Mx here, it will become M plus ion plus X negative ion. Okay, and then this metal hydroxide N plus ion plus hydroxide ion. Okay, so M will combine with hydroxide to produce a metal hydroxide, while N and X will combine to form salt. Okay, example, we have copper chloride. Copper chloride CuCl2 plus potassium hydroxide KOH. So it will produce, okay, Cu will combine with OH. Okay, Cu. Okay, we know Cu is Cu2 plus, so OH is negative. So it becomes CuOH bracket 2, copper hydroxide, which is insoluble metal hydroxide. Okay, plus, okay, the balance is K combined with Cl negative, so it becomes KCl. Okay, next you need to balance the equation. Okay, here we have 2Cl, here 1Cl. Okay, so you must put 2 here. So it becomes 2Cl and 2K. So here K is 1, so you put 2. And the rest is balance. Okay, this one is the chemical equation. Okay, for the ionic equation, okay, Cu 2 plus Okay, because copper chloride is soluble salt. Okay, plus 2Cl negative plus, okay, potassium hydroxide also soluble, 2K plus 2OH negative produce copper hydroxide. Copper hydroxide is insoluble metal hydroxide, so it is CuOH. Plus, okay, KCl is soluble salt. Okay, so 2K plus 2Cl negative. Okay. Okay, now we determine the spectator's ion. Okay, spectator's ion is 2Cl negative and 2K plus. Okay, so the overall ionic equation is Cu2 plus 2OH negative produce, this one is arrow, CuOH okay, bracket, this one is bracket, 2. Wait, I make it right. Okay, here we have bracket. Okay, this one the ionic equation, this one is the overall ionic equation. Equation number 3, reaction of alkali with acid. Okay, this one is the same like we have learned in the reaction chemical properties of acid. Okay, this reaction we call it neutralization reaction. Okay, it produces salt, Mx, and water. Okay, general chemical equation, Hx plus MOH produce Mx plus water. Okay, Hx acid, MOH is alkali, Mx is water. Okay, same like last week, it breaks down here and here. Okay, so hydrogen H will combine with OH to produce water, while the balance, this one metal ion plus negative ion from the acid to produce salt. Okay, so that's all 3 reactions for alkali.